Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Gyle here, and welcome to another episode of Bootcamp. The first one seemed to go rather well. Lots of people enjoyed the facts about factories, and they've been asking me to do some more stuff aimed at newbies to help them with their game. And it's actually quite helpful. I'd like to give a big shout out to Brainfart, Swackle, and Napalm. They've been helping me with my game, and puts me in a kind of a unique position as I try to get out of the newbie average Joe kind of bracket and improve. But I then know, obviously, what a newbie is lacking as I learn these skills. It's quite hard from a pro's perspective sometimes to know what to teach because it's been a long time since they went through it. But I obviously know what's new to me, so as I learn these things, I can impart them to you. So actually, the timing works out rather well. And based on that, thanks to some tips I got from mainly Brainfart, I'd like to talk to you guys today about the importance of build range. What is build range? Well, obviously build range is the maximum range on engineers and ACUs that they can start building, basically. And why is it important? Well, anyone who's played this game for any period of time knows that the pathfinding isn't great. It's one of the limitations of the game engine. It's not something that, that everybody's particularly proud of, but it's something that is workable, and it's something you can work around as well with just a little bit of management. I want to show you how to do that today and why it's important. So up here you can see I've spawned a whole bunch of Aeon ACUs because I'm a cheating bastard, and you can see if I select them, the very familiar lines up here, you've got your combat range and then you've got your build range, and these lines are the really important ones for what we're talking about today. It's very important that you learn kind of mentally, just kind of off by heart, the range on your ACU and how close he needs to get to something to build it. And I will illustrate this by just a little demonstration of building some point defense. If I pause things up, just grab this one here. We're going to build some PD, and it's going to be just outside their range. So this guy is going to build that one there, and if I do that and hold shift, you can see there's the build queue, the very familiar yellow line, and he's going to walk straight up to that and start building. Now, if I do exactly the same with this guy, again, just outside his range, but instead of just one clicking, I'm going to issue it a move command first. I'm going to make him cover the distance that he would have to cover to start building, so that that point defense, which is going to be there, is going to be just inside its maximum build range. So bang, right click, and then still holding shift obviously for the multiple commands, we're going to select that and plop that down there, and you can see that actually between the two ACUs, the distance between what they're building is going to be the same. That distance is kind of the same as that distance. I've just given that guy a little move command first to get this line to move past the point defense, and we'll see which one of these guys gets the job done first. If I unpause it, this guy struts to the waypoint, stops, and immediately starts building, whereas this guy feels the necessity to walk right up to it and build it point blank in the face, which doesn't help anybody, because of course the later you start the building, the later it's going to finish, and the longer it's going to be before your ACU can get on with other stuff. So of course that point defense gets up first. Now this might seem kind of trivial, and when you're building one building, I suppose, yeah, it kind of is. But if you're building an entire build order and structure, and you're queuing up masses and masses of orders, this compounds upon itself. And I just want to demonstrate, I've got two more ACUs, one at each corner, and you can see that they've got a production queue paused. I've done the same on both of them, and I've queued up a very strange looking build queue. Now you would never do this, of course, because it's incredibly inefficient. You would never go zigzagging around to build mass like this with one unit, but for the demonstration purposes, or the purpose of demonstration, it works rather well, because you can imagine this over the course of a whole game, what you're doing. If you're queuing up waypoints beforehand, you're going to compound the issue and save a lot of time. You can see the standard build queue there, no waypoints whatsoever. He's just going to crack on with it. So if I grab these two guys, in fact, first of all, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to split the screen up so we can take a look at what each of these guys are going to do. If I can just center the screen roughly in the right direction. It's not always easy. Okay, we'll select these two guys, and then we'll unpause them at the same time, and they both start building at exactly the same time, and we'll just speed it up a little bit. But like I say, of course you would never actually build in this order. It would be ridiculous. It wouldn't save you any time at all in the long run. But just for demonstration purposes, now look at that. Look how much quicker he finishes that, and he's on to the next job. And they're building the mass points in exactly the same order. But you see, you imagine this over the course of a whole battle, how much time you would save. And it's all about getting ahead of your opponent, right? Even if that's just in build orders initially, that's going to get you your mass coming in quicker, that's going to get you building more units quicker. And look, he's already onto the air factory, whereas the guy on the right, he's having a huge strut. And he's way behind. I mean, all I've built is 5 structures, but I'm in, obviously, in a crazy order to amplify what I'm talking about, but you get the idea, and it can make a pretty significant difference. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed that. Like I say, a lot of this stuff will have been covered by other people, other tutors, other casters. Not everybody has the same subscriber base, though, so in trying to reach as many people as possible, I don't think it's bad to reiterate all this stuff at all. So I hope no one judges me for it. There will be more coming in the future, more casts, and I'm probably going to try and keep these little tutorials in little bite-sized chunks, so you'll probably get 2 or 3 maybe of these a week. Try and keep the learning simple. But for now, guys, that's all from me. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Gyle, signing out.